Well, it's a Wednesday. I'm on the road. It's still cold out. Let's see, what is it? It's about 7 degrees. So warmed up a lot. It's nice out now. So I'm heading over to the dollar store, Dollar Tree, I think I'm going. I got into epoxy trinkets. So I have to pick up some plastic cups and popsicle sticks and miscellaneous little things like that. So I'm on the road again. If you notice, I spend a lot of time driving around, which is nice because I have this car that is so inexpensive. So as long as I'm on that subject, let's talk about a little bit what I've gone through in the last 3 years. Now, we have 2 electric cars. And basically, everything I own is electric, battery operated, including my golf cart, which I just put a brand new lithium phosphate battery in that. So I'm anxious to see how that's going to perform this summer. I took it out for a little spin, and it gained 5 miles an hour. And I don't have the controller set for maximum speed yet. So I think it's going to be pretty much 20 miles an hour, which is pretty good for a golf car. A stock golf car. It was running about 12 with the lead acid batteries. So we'll see where that goes. I got a 1200 watt inverter I'm going to put on it too, so I can actually, if in a power outage or if I need remote power somewhere, I can use my golf cart for a power supply. So, always tinking. But yeah, I had this kind of silvery, shiny cloth dash cover that I bought so I wouldn't get the reflection off the windshield. And it didn't really help much because it was shiny and it was silver. And it was supposed to be, I thought it'd be kind of a flat color. So I took it out and I grabbed a couple cans of flat black paint and I painted it. And it actually turned out really good. I mean, really good. It looks like it was designed from the factory as a black cover, and I get no reflection off the windshield. I can't believe how much nicer it is. So that was a smart move. That was one of those things where I'll give it a try and see what happens, and it really worked out well. So let's talk about all the issues we've had since we bought these electric cars. Now, my wife's got about 45,000 on hers, I think, and this one has I'm trying to read it. Little over 46,000. I think she went through 2 gallons of windshield washer fluid, and I went through at least that much, if not 3. Yeah, that's it. In 3 years, that's it. I haven't thought about changing oil because there is no such thing. Although I am going to change differential fluid in hers as soon as it warms up. So in spring, I already got there's kind of a special oil you use. 1 quart takes a little over a quart, so I have to get a little bit more, but pretty easy deal. Probably take me about half an hour or so. The Kias have a little bit of maybe an issue with some bearing problems, so changing oil on those is probably a good idea. On the Chevy here, probably, I might change it. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't heard of any issues with the Chevys. It's weird too because the motors are the same horsepower, same torque rating. The batteries are both 66 watt hours or kilowatt hours, but hers seems to be a little bit more efficient in cold weather. This one really takes a hit in cold weather. That is the downside. If there's a downside, that would be it. But like I always say sometimes, if you want to know everything there is to know about electric cars, talk to somebody who's never owned one, because they seem to have all the answers. You do lose a little bit, actually quite a bit in cold weather like this when it's below zero. I'd say actually 40%, which is quite a bit. That's a hit. But I've yet to run into an issue where I had to do public charging, except when this summer we went on it was a little over 200 mile one way up north, and we got there with about 25 miles of extra range left, and we were there for I think 3 or 4 days, and the car was fully charged, and the guy who owned the resort, he charged me $12 for electricity, which was about $2 more than it actually cost to charge that car, which was fair. I mean, I thought that was perfectly reasonable. And that's the thing too, you know, like right now I'm running about 2.6 miles to a kilowatt. During the summer I run about 4 up to even 5. So, you know, warm weather really does make a difference. But, you know, it's just one of those things you plan differently when you have an electric car. I don't give it a thought. I mean, we plug them in at night, or when I get home, I'll plug this one in, and, you know, tomorrow it'll be just fine. What's really nice is I usually fire up the car in the garage, and I do it remotely, so 15 minutes before we leave, I turn the car on, it turns the heater on, the steering wheel is heated, so that's nice and warm, the seats are all warm, and the garage doors shut, so you don't have to worry about, you know, exhaust or any of that, because there is none. And if it's plugged in, it uses the house current to do the pre-warm, so that's a plus. And I don't use public charging. The only time I use public charging is if I go, like this summer I made a little run down to Iowa to pick up a trike, and I had to charge twice on the way down and I think once on the way back. But I had to stop for dinner anyway, so it really worked out where I was charging while I was eating lunch. You know, and that's kind of the way it works. So, all in all, you know, I still say I've stood by that since I bought these things. I'll never buy another gas car. And, you know, this is old technology. These batteries and this is lithium ion. It's, you know, it's old technology. Now they got the lithium iron phosphates. Canada just signed a deal with China. They're bringing in electric cars to Canada, so they're going to dominate the market. You know, it's just a matter of time. Electric cars are going to take over. It's just a matter of time. It's kind of stymied here in the United States, but it isn't because they're not practical or they're not a good idea. It's a political issue more than anything. But that's going to change, you know. The tides will change here soon. You know, look at Norway. Now, Norway is a rich country. Economically, for its size, they're the richest country in the world. If you're born in Norway, you're basically born a millionaire. And it's because of all the offshore drilling rigs they have in the Northern Sea. And, you know, they're just flush with cash because of it. But Norway's 90% electric. Their buses are electric, their trams are electric, their cars are electric. If you have a gas car in Norway, they penalize you. You pay extra tax, you pay extra for license and everything. Because they went 100%, their goal is 100% EV. Finland, Switzerland, they all went the trend of electric because it makes more sense. You look at China, 74% of all the wind generators in the world are in China. They're big into green. They're actually, as far as green energy, they're number one in the world. And where's the United States? You know, just like healthcare, we're last place. And it's sad because it's basically a political issue, not a intelligence or a common sense issue. It's just the opposite, really. But that's where we are. But hopefully that'll change in the future. But, you know, I guess it is what it is. I'm just really, really happy that I bought electric cars when I did. Because I got a good deal on. We had the incentive, the government incentives and that thing, which are all gone now. And I think that's another reason why the electric car sales are probably down in the United States. Well, here's an advantage to parking. This is Lowe's. I get to park in the suckers and losers area. I mean, veterans. Yeah, because I'm a veteran. So I get privileged parking. That's kind of nice. Well, this was a successful shopping spree. I got a thing here. It's called a water pad. It goes in my furnace humidifier, which is completely packed with lime. We have a lot of lime in our water, and it totally destroys those things after a year. Of course, I haven't changed it for 3 or 4, so trying to figure out what that lady was doing. There was no signals, nothing, and we're all playing guess who and what and where. So, my driving experience today is good.